Welcome to the video lecture for pages 2 through 11. It might be helpful to follow along with your book as I move through the sections. I also encourage you to replay sections that you don't understand so that you're fully prepared for the homework and class discussion. Remember that in order to receive full credit for the video lecture, you must post either a question that you have or something that you learned in the discussion board below. Right, starting off with vocabulary, most of the first chapter focuses on basic readings, questions, and answers. For now, let's focus on how a typical conversation with someone you haven't met before goes. Just a note, there isn't a specific formula or sequence that must be followed, but these are some common questions and answers that you can use to get to know someone. A good way to start is with a greeting. Just like in English, you start by saying hello or hola. Good day, buenos días. Good afternoon, buenas tardes. Or good night, buenas noches, depending on the time of day, of course. To ask, what's your name, you say, ¿Cómo te llamas? To answer, you say, me llamo, and then your name. Never say me llamo es, it doesn't exist in Spanish, so don't do that. To ask, how are you, you say, ¿Cómo estás? To answer, you can be polite and say, fine, and you, bien, y tú. Or you can be honest and actually say how you are, it's up to you. Bad, mal, feliz, happy, estresado or estresada, stressed out. To ask, where are you from, you say, ¿De dónde eres? To answer, you say, soy de, and then wherever you're from. Finally, to introduce one person to another, you say, te presento a, and then their name. To answer, you could say, mucho gusto, encantado if you're a guy, or encantada if you're a girl, all relatively equivalent to nice to meet you. So here's one example conversation from the textbook. Carmen starts off by saying, good afternoon, buenas tardes, and introducing herself, then finishes by asking what the other person's name is. Antonio also says good afternoon, then answers her question, and finally states that it's nice to meet her. Carmen states that the pleasure is hers, and then asks where Antonio is from, to which he answers. Here's an example of one person introducing her friend to another friend. Elena first introduces Patricia to Jorge, and Patricia says, nice to meet you. Señor Perales says, likewise, and then asks where she is from. She says that she is from Mexico, and then asks where he is from, to which he responds. As you can see, not all conversations follow the same pattern, and we'll practice some conversations in class, but be sure to know how to ask the basic questions and how to answer them. You can find this chart on page 9 in your textbook, and it outlines the Spanish alphabet in Spanish. I will pronounce each letter, then an example of a letter used in a word. I encourage you to try the same by pausing the video and then repeating after me. A, adiós. B, bien, problema. C, cosa. Cero. Che, chico. D, diario. Nada. E, estudiante. F, foto. G, gracias. Gerardo, regular. H, hola. I, igualmente. J, Javier. K, kilómetro. L, lápiz. L, llave. M, mapa. N, nacionalidad. Ñ, mañana. O, 11. P, profesor. Q, que, R, regular, señora, S, señor, T, tú, U, usted, V, vista, nuevo, W, Walkman, X, existir, México, Y, yo, Z, zona. As you can see, there's a couple of variations in a few of the letters, and I'll explain that more in detail in class. This is a brief overview of the alphabet in Spanish and how to pronounce the different letters.